It's Kim with Simply Homespun. Welcome back, and if you're a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you coming back. I've recorded this podcast once already, and it was a disaster. I started making an iced coffee based on the Pioneer Woman's recipe, and so I took you to the kitchen, showed you how to make it, and I couldn't get my camera to flip, so that was an issue. And then I got it to the table and dumped it all over the place. So anyway, I'm not doing that again. But what this is, you start off with a full cup of crushed ice, and then you pour sweetened condensed milk over it. I'll probably use, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons. Then you put really strong coffee. I had some instant coffee, so I made that, and then put it till like here, and then fill it up with milk and stir it up, and it's really, really good. The best is to do that with, instead of milk, use Almond Joy creamer from International Delights. That's awesome. But you know, it's not really good for you, because it doesn't have cream, I don't think, even in the ingredient list, and it's just not good for you. So I didn't do that. Not to say I won't ever do that again, but I don't know. I wish they would just use cream. Coffee Mate has a line now, Natural. It's called Natural, and they have actual cream in their creamer, which, isn't that weird? That's bizarre. Bailey's has cream in their creamers, and I think Dunkin' Donuts does too, but International Delights, which was my favorite, does not have cream, or they didn't when I checked last, so you might check, because they might now, and Coffee Mate didn't, but now Coffee Mate's come out with this line that has cream. So anyway, sorry you missed out on that, but I just told you how to do it. And if you can actually, and I'll link to this in the show notes at the bottom of this podcast, but I'll link the Pioneer Woman's recipe because it's really good. Okay, this week I have 2 finished products. One is right here. And I showed you last week, Grace and I had gone to Michael's and I bought some beads, and I did spin up the ones I said I would. And then I dyed the yarn. So here is that yarn. I applied 2 singles of Romney, just natural color, and then I strung the beads on a thread. It's really an embroidery thread. And then I applied all that together, and then I hand painted the yarn with Kool-Aid, and it smells fruity. It's blue raspberry, it's lemonade and cherry, and the green is green apple. But the yellow I actually added a little food coloring to make it darker. But that's that. So I finished that. That's going into my shop. So like I told you, most everything I finish will be shop stuff. And then I have another yarn, which I'll show you in a few minutes because I forgot it. My works in progress I did not finish that baby blanket like I thought I would. I said 2 hours, and I was wrong. I can't get speed with these big needles. But I did make progress, because last week when I showed you, I was like right in here, I think. So I added, this is that Homespun I did. And then this is just more of the Hometown yarn from Lion Brand. But it's just hard to get any speed up with these humongous needles. I don't know, I just can't. It's just, I don't know. I don't love it. So, but I will finish that. But that's the baby blanket. And the socks, I finished the cuff on the first sock here, and it's just on double points, waiting to go back on the circular until its twins finished. And here is the progress. Somewhere. Up here. I lost it. It's right here. So I have about 4 or 5 rows on the second one. So slow but sure. I want to love socks. I want to love knitting socks. I want to make a lot of socks. I just not found the love yet. But I do like that yarn. It's nice, and it takes time getting used to those little bitty needles. It's a size 1. So it's nice. And what I'm most excited about is my dad's Irish clan sweater. And I've gotten quite a bit done on that. Well, for me, it's quite a bit done. It's at the bottom. This is a knit 2, purl 2 rib. But I'm so excited about this. I just want this to be done and given to my dad so he can enjoy it. So anyway, hopefully I'll have more progress. I didn't do anything on the embroidered quilt. My mother and father-in-law are here, and I love when they're here because it's just so nice. And my father-in-law has been busy working on a sailboat that is a kit that he had bought for my husband, for him and my husband to do together. And so anyway, they've been working a lot on the boat. And my mother-in-law has been making skirts for my daughter, and she made 7 skirts for her, and they're beautiful. There's one, and I like Grace's skirts to be a little longer, like to the knee or below, and all of these are, and they're just elastic bands, but I don't sew clothes at all. Here's just a pink one, and this is Grace's favorite, I think, is ice cream sundaes. And this is my favorite, but I think it's Grace's least favorite because she said, "Why did I pick that out?" But I love it, and it matches all her t-shirts. Mom got her some t-shirts at Hobby Lobby, and they decorated them, and they're really nice. And then this is one that I actually helped, and we had to rip it out, and Mom had to fix it. But that's that one, and then this orange floral one.
Amen.
So, and then there was another skirt that Mom had made, excuse me, I think a couple years ago, and it was done in different cloth panels, and so, but the skirt had gotten a little short on Grace, but the waist still fit okay, because she'd made the elastic where it could be adjustable. And but we just took another panel. She took another panel and just sewed it onto the bottom. So now that one's long again, and that's awesome. So she's been busy sewing skirts. I'm grateful. I love when my in-laws are here. I mean, I love my in-laws. And I told them yesterday, I was like, I wish I didn't, that you were a little irritating so that it wouldn't be so hard when you left, but they're not irritating at all. They're a blessing, and they're leaving tomorrow, so tomorrow will be a sad day, but also, we went to Hobby Lobby where we got some of the fabric for the skirts, and I got some more beads for art yarn. The beads were half price. And I didn't do anything this week in my bullet journal, I hate to say, but I did get stickers for it. So here's flowers And got some butterflies. And then I got some for my Bible. My Bible is a colorful art Bible. It would be interesting for somebody to just look at, but I enjoy that. I mean, I make notes in my Bible. I color it. I draw. Not where you can't see the print, but I just enjoy that. So I do that. But I need to get with this bullet journal program. And next week we'll be back in school, so we've kind of taken a break this week while Grandma and Grandpa are here, but we'll get back with it. So I want to get that going for organizational purposes. My daughter Jessica did color some in the God is Good journal I gave her that you guys saw in the first podcast, and it's beautiful. I knew it would be, and she's written in hers, and that's cool. She has her surgery Thursday. That's coming up, and so we'll be. All prayers are appreciated. And let me get that other yarn I finished. Okay. Here's that yarn, which I love this yarn. It's using those vintage rose beads. So I did, and you saw the roving last week that I dyed for it. So I spun it and then strung the beads and applied them in. So they're kind of hanging. On this yarn, when you knit it, when you come to a bead, you would knit and then you just push the bead through to the right side of your garment, and they tighten up pretty well. So that's that finished yarn. And in books, I am really getting into the Amish Knitting Circle book. It's by Karen Anna Vogel, and it's Amish Knitting Circle Smicksburg. I think, I don't know where that came from yet, but it's really good. It's not action-packed or anything, but it's just a good read. It's women, about 5 women who come together into this knitting circle, and it's 5 Amish women, and it's just really good. And then I was able to, I had started Miss Julia Hits the Road by Ann B. Ross, and those Miss Julia series, like I said before in another podcast, they're really good. But I was able to get that. When you do the reads online, when your time is up, it's gone. So my time was up, it left. I went back to get it back, and somebody had already checked it out. So I don't know electronically how you could not have it, but I guess you can only have so many copies because you'd still have to buy them. But anyway, so I did get it back. So I want to finish that book. It's good. It's more of a mystery, but a light mystery. It's not anything heavy. And then I have felt led on Wednesday night, we're studying the book of James. I'm teaching that class. And after that, I feel led to teach Deuteronomy. So that will be interesting. But I'm going to make it fun. The Holy Spirit will make it fun. But it is a book. You know, it's one of the most quoted books in the New Testament. And Jesus used it when he was confronting Satan. And so there's a lot of good stuff in Deuteronomy. And I've taught, like, blessings and curses. That's in Deuteronomy. I've taught that, and just, you know, some individual things, but not the whole book before. So we are going to tackle that on Wednesday nights. That'll probably be in about a month. But I'm excited about that. And what else? I'm not sure if I have anything else right now, but I've got to get my dinner ready. We have our small group tonight, and where we're studying Ecclesiastes still, and using the book by Courtney Joseph on Ecclesiastes, so it's good. But anyway, that's all I have for now. I'm going to go finish supper. I think I burned my beans, and I have to fix that. So anyway, you guys have a blessed week, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.